Hey everyone, this is my weekly update, and as we're drawing near to Christmas, rather than sharing with you lots of new updates and information, I just wanted to take a few moments to help you pause in the midst of all of the busyness and in the midst of all of the preparation to consider the importance of Christmas. And one of the ways that I want to do that is by asking you just to think about the Christmas story for a moment. Try and think about the big sweep of the Christmas story and how much of that story is back to front. How much of that story is out of kilter with how Hollywood would have written this story if they were trying to put together a Christmas narrative. For example, think about the Magi or the wise men. The Magi and the wise men, they were living in grand palaces, places of learning, places of prestige, places of honor. And what did the Magi do? The Magi left that place, traveled many miles, but not to another place of learning or another place of honor, but to a backwater, an out-of-the-way place, to a lowly hovel of a stable, to an unimpressive, ordinary mother who had laid her newly born child in a trough. What an unusual story. And C.S. Lewis, thinking about this idea of how so much of the Christmas story is back to front, he wrote this: once in a world, a stable had something in it that was bigger than our whole world. Did you catch that? In that tiny stable and in the tiny trough inside of that stable was something that was bigger than the whole universe. What was that thing? It was God Himself. Christmas is all about Emmanuel, which is a word that means God coming and being with us. And the story of Christmas is that God chose not to come and be with us in the places of power and prestige or in the places of riches, but He was showing the world that even the most lowly, even the most out of the way places were not outside of the reach of God. This rescue mission that He was starting was going to be for the ordinary as well as for the powerful. And so, friends, as we consider Christmas, let us consider the fact that God was initiating a great rescue mission, but a rescue mission for ordinary, out of the way places, places like where you and I live. And so I want to finish this update with a poem. And this poem really sums up all of what I've been saying about Christmas and its back to front nature. Of all the names the Saviour bears, and each becomes Him well, one hath peculiar charm for me, His name, Emmanuel. God with us, now and evermore. God with us, all is well. His name we worship and adore, His name, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, Emmanuel, God come from heaven with men to dwell. Our human life He entered in to share our sorrows, bear our sin. O precious name, Emmanuel. Friends, I want to encourage you in the midst of all of the busyness to pause and consider this, that in a tiny stable, in a out-of-the-way place, God came to initiate His rescue mission. God bless you all. Enjoy your week.